Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. So today, as we know, it's appearance day of Lord Narsingh. So we'll discuss some of his pastimes. In fact, in Bhagavatam also, 7th canto, when the story of Lord Narsingh comes, more than Narsingh, it's a Prahlad Maharaj who was glorified actually. Narsingh, he appears, he just kills Hiranyakashipu, gives some blessings and goes back. That's it. That's all his pastime was. But it was all about Prahlad Maharaj, how glorious he was, how determined he was, how fixed he was. So the whole pastime actually is about Prahlad Maharaj. So as we know, on Lord Varaha Dev's appearance day, Varaha Dwadashi, we discussed about his appearance and his pastimes and how he killed this demon Hiranyaksha. Hiranyaksha was Hiranyakashipu's brother. So when Lord Varahadev killed Hiranyaksha, he left the dead body there and he went away. So Hiranyaksha's wife or wives had come there, they were lamenting over, and then Hiranyakashipu comes at the scene, and then he tries to console these wives of Hiranyaksha, and he gives wonderful philosophy at that time. He speaks about the soul and the body. The body is not permanent, soul is permanent, and this and that. He gives a wonderful philosophy. Such a good philosophy that Shukdev Goswami says at that time, Shri Hiranyakashipu Vacha. Whenever Hiranyakashipu started to speak, he would say Shri Hiranyakashipu Vacha. Means he gave him full respect for all the philosophy Hiranyakashipu was speaking. But the only flaw in his philosophy was that he says Vishnu is the ultimate cause of the death of my brother, and I take a vow to kill him. So all the wives of Hiranyaksha, they were kind of consoled. So Hiranyakashipu does the last rites of his brother, and then he, according to his vow, he goes to this Mandar mountain and he starts performing austerities. And such severe austerities he performed for 100 celestial years. So 100 celestial years means their 1 day is equivalent to our 1 year. So 100 years means 36,000 human years. So that long he did the tapasya. And his tapasya was also not just simple tapasya. He was standing on one toe of his foot, and he was keeping his body erect, straight, and he had his hands up like that. 36,000 years like that. He stood. And he was trying to please Brahmaji. It is said in Bhagavatam that all his body, all the flesh, the cartilage, the muscles, the nerves, everything of his body was eaten by ants. He had only the bones left. And somehow, because of his yogic powers, he had managed to keep his soul within those bones. Otherwise, soul could have left the body. And he did his tapasya. Okay, Richa Mataji, I think your mic got on. So somehow he kept his soul within the bones of the body, and then he performed this tapasya, and it is such severe tapasya that so much of heat was coming out of his body. It is said that the whole universe got so heated up. Even the demigods, they were feeling the heat coming from somewhere. They could not figure out the source, and they all went to Brahmaji. Brahmaji said, yes, I know this Hiranyakashipu is performing tapasya. I'll go see what he wants. So Brahmaji came. So from his kamandalu, he sprinkled some water on Hiranyakashipu. That ant hill, actually it was made an ant hill when the tapasya was going on. So when Brahmaji sprinkled water, Hiranyakashipu came out, his body became intact, and he asked for benedictions. Brahmaji said, I'm very pleased with you, ask for some benedictions and stop this tapasya. So Hiranyakashipu asked him that, make me immortal. Brahmaji said, that's not possible because I'm also going to die. I'm not immortal myself. So Hiranyakashipu thought he is very smart, so he asked benedictions like, okay, Brahmaji, give me the benediction that I should not die in the day or at night. I should not die on land, in air or in water. I should not die by the hands of any person, any living being that you have created. No animal, no bird, no man, no demigod should be able to kill me. I should not die by any weapons, by the means of any weapons. I should not die inside the house, outside the house. So he thought of all sorts of permutation and combinations. And Brahmaji kept on saying, Tathastu, Tathastu, Tathastu. So be it, so be it, so be it. So because Brahmaji was bound to give him benedictions. And also Hiranyakashipu thought, okay, maybe somebody won't be able to kill him, but somebody might be able to capture him in a war. And they might keep him in the prison house forever. So he said, that's also not a good deal. So he asked Brahmaji that nobody should be able to defeat me in the war. Brahmaji said, okay, so be it. Because he was bound by such a severe tapasya that Hiranyakashipu had performed. So after Brahmaji left, now Hiranyakashipu came back to his kingdom. So, but when Hiranyakashipu was gone for this tapasya, demigods, they kidnapped his wife Kayadhu, and Kayadhu was pregnant at that time. So demigods were headed by Indra, they were taking Kayadhu away, and they met Narad Muni. Narad Muni asked him, where are you taking this helpless woman? And demigods told him that, oh, she is the wife of this great demon, Hiranyakashipu, and he is performing so much tapasya. His brother had already terrorized the universe, and after tapasya, he will gain so much power. So we just want to take this, his wife, and we know his wife is pregnant. So when he gives birth to this boy, we will kill him. Because son of a demon will again be a great demon, and we'll kill him when he is born. So Narad Muni told him, and of course, the demigods, they were not thinking of doing abortion at that time. And they were not thinking of killing Kayadhu, thinking that, okay, if she is killed, our son will be killed in the womb, so we'll take care of it. No. So at least they were following the religion. They said, when the boy is born, then we'll kill him. But Narad Muni, at that point in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is mentioned, Narad Muni told them that the boy in the womb of Kayadhu is a great devotee of the Lord. And he did not say you cannot kill him. He said you will not be able to kill him. These are the words in Srimad Bhagavatam. Narad Muni tells Indra and others that he won't be able to kill him. He's a great devotee of the Lord. So Indra and everybody, they just respected Narad Muni. They said, okay, we'll leave Kayadhu. So Narad Muni said, okay, you leave Kayadhu, let her come to my ashram. And when Hiranyakashipu comes back after his tapasya, we'll return Kayadhu back to her palace. So Indra and all the demigods, they circumambulated Kayadhu because the instruction of Narad Muni was, there is a Mahabhagavat inside the womb of Kayadhu. So they went, Narad Muni brought Kayadhu to his ashram. And actually in one of the scriptures, it is mentioned This ashram, what Narad Muni brought Kayadhu to, it is at the foothills of Govardhan. When we do Govardhan Parikrama, there is a place called Narad Kund. So, somewhere it is mentioned that this is where he brought Kayadhu to. Because as we know, Narad Muni had this curse that he could not stay at one place for more than few minutes. And but this curse was not applicable to when he goes to this dham. Like when Narad Muni would go to Dwarka Dham to see Krishna, then this curse was not applicable over there. Similarly, the curse wasn't applicable to when he comes to Govardhan or Braj Dham. So Narad Muni brought Kayadhu, and Prahlad Maharaj was in the womb of Kayadhu. And it is surprising that Prahlad Maharaj did not take birth for all these years, 100 celestial years, when Hiranyakashipu was doing his tapasya. He was still in the womb of his mother. And Narad Muni, because he knew this Mahabhagavat is in the womb of Kayadhu, he would teach her Srimad Bhagavatam. He would recite Srimad Bhagavatam to Kayadhu. And Prahlad Maharaj, sitting in the womb of his mother, he heard whole Srimad Bhagavatam. He memorized it, and he got influenced by this, the power of bhakti. So he got instructed by Narad Muni in the womb of his mother. So after 100 celestial years, when Hiranyakashipu finished his tapasya, he got all the benedictions. He came back to his palace, and then obviously once they get these all these powers, so they just want to terrorize everybody. They want to take over the position of all the demigods. So Hiranyakashipu did the same thing. He went over to fight with demigods, and first thing they do is they run Indra away, and he captured Indra's palace. He took over Indra's Singhasan, and he started to rule over the whole universe from Indra's palace. And it is said that Hiranyakashipu was such a demon, so powerful he was, that except Brahmaloka, because he had taken benediction from Brahmaji, so he would not go to Brahmaloka. Except Brahmaloka, he had conquered the whole universe. We can't even imagine. If we just have in our control just one little bitty colony of our town, we think we are somebody big. And just little bit colony, just imagine if from the colony everybody is coming and paying you the taxes, paying you obeisances every day, all the people, big, small, everybody. Just imagine how proud and how good we will feel. But here, Hiranyakashipu, he had conquered over the whole universe. Everybody, all the demigods were coming and paying him obeisances every day. Any moment, he is sitting here, he says, I want to eat this fruit, whether it was the season of the fruit or not. The season god or the fruit god had to prepare the fruits and bring it to Hiranyakashipu's for his pleasure. If he wanted rainy season, rain god had to appear and make rain right away. Yeah, right away, if he wanted winter season or autumn season, those gods had to come and make that season right away. So he was controlling the whole universe. He was not under the control of anybody. And this is how he was ruling. So Prahlad Maharaj, he was born in his kingdom. And when Prahlad Maharaj was little, 5 years old, so Hiranyakashipu thought it's good time for him to send to Gurukul to learn the right knowledge of how to rule over. So he sent Prahlad Maharaj to Gurukul ran by sons of Shukracharya. Their name was Shanda and Amarka. So these sons of Shukracharya, they tried to teach Prahlad all the philosophy the demons like, how to divide and rule, different kinds of economics and this and that. So one day, Hiranyakashipu asked Prahlad Maharaj was a little boy, 5-year-old boy. And Hiranyakashipu, such a big demon, terrorized the whole universe. So Hiranyakashipu, very lovingly, he put Prahlad Maharaj on his lap. And he asked him, okay, little Prahlad, what is the best lecture, best subject that you've learned in your school, in your Gurukul? Prahlad Maharaj, very innocently, very sweetly, and he would respect his father, because Vaishnavas are always supposed to respect everybody, no matter who he is. And Prahlad Maharaj, very respectfully to his father, he said, oh, best of the demons. Now, he called him best of the demons, and Hiranyakashipu liked it, actually. Oh, best of the demons, uh, no matter how much one gains in this material world, his senses are still uncontrolled. And then best thing he should do is to leave everything, go to the forest and chant the names of Hari. And when Hiranyakashipu heard that, he threw Prahlad from his lap, threw him on the ground. What in the world are you talking? Where did you learn all this? Chant the names of Hari, leave everything, go to Vrindavan? What are we taking? And you're talking about Hari, Vishnu. Vishnu is my enemy. How come you joined the camp of my enemy? So the teachers came. He called Chanda and Amarka. What is this? What are you teaching him in the Gurukul? Who is all this? Where is he learning all this nonsense from? So Chanda and Amarka, they were scared. They started praying to Hiranyakashipu. Oh, we don't know where he learned it from. Let us take him back and let's teach him the right knowledge. Please give us some more time. Hiranyakashipu said, okay, take some more time, go back. So they took Prahlad Maharaj back to the Gurukul and they asked him, where did you learn all this? We never taught you all these things. But Prahlad Maharaj, as innocent, as humble he was, he wouldn't tell them, but still he would not deviate from that philosophy. So again, Chanda and Amarka, they tried to teach him the philosophy of the demons. And after a few days, again, Hiranyakashipu brought Prahlad Maharaj. They brought Prahlad Maharaj to Hiranyakashipu. Okay, Maharaj, see what he has learned. So again, Hiranyakashipu put Prahlad Maharaj on his lap. Again, he asked, what is the best thing that you have learned in the Gurukul? And again, Prahlad Maharaj gave the philosophy that, oh my father, there are 9 processes of devotional service: Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Path Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. And one should lead his life following these 9 processes of devotional service. This is the best thing to do in life. Hiranyakashipu, you can imagine the anger of Hiranyakashipu. He had controlled the whole universe except this little 5-year-old boy. He could not control him. And he was so angry. He said, take this boy away and kill him. Kill him right away. Because if he is not killed, he would be the cause of the vanquish of my whole dynasty. And Hiranyakashipu called him that, you're the killer of my brother. And because you're taking side of Vishnu. So the soldiers took Prahlad away. They tried to kill him. They threw him from top of the hill on the ground, but Prahlad Maharaj was saved. They put him in the ocean. They tried to drown him. They could not kill him. They put him in this pot of burning oil. And as soon as the burning oil touched the body of Prahlad Maharaj, it became cold. It would not even harm him. They threw him under the feet of raging elephants. But elephants, they wouldn't even put their feet on Prahlad Maharaj. They threw him in a room full of deadly poisonous snakes. And the poisonous snakes became like flower garlands on Prahlad Maharaj. They would not bite him. And similarly, we hear the story of Holika, that Holika was sister of Hiranyakashipu, and she had a benediction from Brahmaji that she would not be burned by any fire. So Holika sat with Prahlad Maharaj on a pyre of fire, and because of her offense against this Mahabhagat Prahlad Maharaj, she got burned and Prahlad Maharaj was saved. Nothing happened to Prahlad Maharaj. So Hiranyakashipu tried so many ways to kill him. He could not kill him. And he was afraid. Hiranyakashipu was now really afraid that what will happen to me. And then again the Shanda and Amarka came. They said, okay, Maharaj, please don't worry. We'll teach him the right thing. So don't worry. We'll take him back to the Gurukul and try to teach him. So they took him back to Gurukul. And they were also afraid, who is this Prahlad Maharaj? Where is he learning all this from? So one day, Shanda and Amarka, they were gone for some household work. And here Prahlad Maharaj was with all the boys of his age. And all the boys were asking him, where did you learn all this from? Let's go and play. Why you doing all this bhakti at this age? But Prahlad Maharaj gave them wonderful instructions at that time that this bhakti should start from very beginning of our age, very little age, especially, basically he said, Komaram Acharita Pragya. Komaram is 5 years old. He should be trained from that age only. And Prahlad Maharaj is teaching to his demoniac boyfriends that we should do bhakti, we should not waste time in playing. He is only 5 years old. And that time he is teaching them this. So again one day, Hiranyakashipu brought Prahlad Maharaj, the teachers, they brought Prahlad Maharaj back to Hiranyakashipu to give him some, what was called PTM, Parent Teachers Meeting, for Prahlad Maharaj. And Hiranyakashipu was so outraged because first of all, he could not kill him. None of his soldiers could kill him. And then Prahlad Maharaj is very innocently, very sweetly standing and folded hands in front of Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu, where do you get all this power from? And Prahlad Maharaj very sweetly said, oh my father, we get the power from the same source that you are getting from Vishnu. He is the source of all the power, all the strength that everybody gets from. And we can only imagine the anger of Hiranyakashipu at that time. So Hiranyakashipu got really angry. He said, today I am going to kill you. So he took out his sword. And while running towards Prahlad Maharaj with anger, he said, Prahlad, you say everybody gets power from Vishnu. Where is Vishnu? Prahlad Maharaj said, he is everywhere. What do you mean everywhere? Is he in this pillar of this palace? Prahlad Maharaj said, yes, he is in this pillar. So while running towards Prahlad Maharaj with the sword in his hand, Hiranyakashipu just hit that pillar with his fist. And as soon as he hit the pillar with his fist, a huge screeching sound came from the pillar. And the pillar burst open. And Lord Narsingh appeared from the pillar. And Hiranyakashipu just turned around to see what in the world is this? Who this appeared? He had never seen this creature before. What is this? Half man, half lion? The face was of the lion and the rest of the body was of the man. And he just broke upon the pillar. And he was so huge, so tall, so much taller than Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu understood this is my death only. But Hiranyakashipu, although a big demon, he didn't want to die without fighting. So he attacked Narsingh. So Narsingh fought with him. So fight went on for quite some time. It says Lord Narsingh appeared during noon time. And the fight went on till sunset. So they were fighting. Sometimes Hiranyakashipu would go up in the air, would hide somewhere, do all kinds of mysticism he knew. But Narsingh is Narsingh, his Supreme Lord, nothing was working in front of Narsingh. And Narsingh, while playing with Hiranyakashipu, so once he grabbed Hiranyakashipu, and Hiranyakashipu, with all his force, with all his might, he just squeezed out of the hands of Narsingh. And when Narsingh had captured Hiranyakashipu with his hands, All the demigods, actually they were around. When they heard this sound of Narsingh appearing, they understood the Lord has appeared, so came over there at their place in their aeroplanes. And they were all hiding behind different places. Somebody was hiding behind the roof of the palace, somebody was hiding behind the cloud. They were watching this war because they were afraid of Hiranyakashipu. But at the same time, Lord was there, so they were feeling little protected. So when Lord Narsingh captured Hiranyakashipu, so all the demigods, they came out of their hiding and they were watching. They were very happy. Today Hiranyakashipu is going to be dead and no more, we don't have to live under his fear anymore. But somehow Hiranyakashipu, with all his force, and actually Lord Narsingh let him go, he came out of the capture of Narsingh. And as soon as he came out, all the demigods saw, oh, Hiranyakashipu got saved, and they went back into hiding. They were so scared of him. They went back into hiding. They said, oh, he is going to be let go of, and then tomorrow he's going to take revenge. But Prahlad Maharaj, he was standing right there with his folded hands and looking very affectionately towards Lord Narsingh. He was not at all afraid of either Narsingh or Hiranyakashipu. So this is the quality of a devotee. He is not afraid of anybody. He has full respect for everybody and he is not at all afraid. So anyway, Lord Narsingh again captured Hiranyakashipu, and because Brahmaji had come, Brahmaji told, prayed to Narsingh that Lord, please kill him, the time is approaching. So Lord Narsingh captured him and he walked towards the threshold of the door and he sat down at the door. So he wasn't inside the house or outside the house. He kept Narsingh on his lap. So Narsingh wasn't in earth or water or air. He was on the transcendental lap of Narsingh. And it was a time of sunset. So it wasn't day or night. So that condition was also fulfilled. And then Lord Narsingh, with his nails, he just tore open the stomach and the intestines of Hiranyakashipu. So these were not the weapons, any weapon. He tore open with his nails. And then he took out the intestine of Hiranyakashipu and put them around his neck as a garland of victory. And then Hiranyakashipu was dead, and Lord Narsingh just threw him from his lap just like some piece of garbage. So all the demonic soldiers, then they came with all the weapons. They came to attack Narsingh. But Narsingh, just with the tips of his nails, he just moved the hand like this and he killed them all. So everybody was dead, just within few minutes. And then Lord Narsingh got up from that place. He went to the palace of Hiranyakashipu. He sat down at his throne. And then he was still very angry. He was the Ugra Narsingh at that time. Narsingh has many forms. Ugra Narsingh, Shant Narsingh, many forms are there. And at that time he was very angry. Very, very angry. And he was still roaring with anger. Why? Because his devotee was, this demon tried to harm his devotee. And Brahmaji came, Shivji came, Lakshmiji came, all the demigods came, and they prayed to Lord Narsingh with choicest of prayers. When we go to 7th canto of Bhagavatam, we'll read those prayers. But Narsingh was still not satisfied. He was still roaring with anger. Even Lakshmiji, his own wife, came. Brahmaji prayed to her, Lakshmiji, why don't you go and pacify? It's your husband, after all. And she said, no, I haven't seen him in this form so far. I'll not go near him. Even she was scared of him. And then Brahmaji thought, then Prahlad Maharaj, it's because of you only he came in this form, and it's because of you only to protect you He's so angry. Why don't you go and pray to Lord Narsingh to calm down now? So Prahlad Maharaj, he went ahead. 5-year-old little sweet boy, he went ahead. Narsingh, when he saw him, he put his hand on Prahlad Maharaj's head, blessing him. And then basically he also gave the knowledge to Prahlad Maharaj, because 5-year-old boy, he didn't have proper knowledge how to glorify Lord Narsingh. So when Prahlad Maharaj got this merciful hand on his head, and then he started glorifying Narsingh, and basically he prayed to Narsingh, Lord, I have no qualifications. I'm the son of this demon who had terrorized all over the universe. He had killed so many Brahmins, he killed so many cows, but still you're so pleased with me that to protect me, you have come here. Beautiful prayers of Prahlad Maharaj is there. And then Narsingh was pacified, completely pacified. And then Narsingh asked Prahlad Maharaj, ask me for some benediction. And Prahlad Maharaj says, oh my Lord, if I do my bhakti and ask for some benediction, it will be like doing business with you. I'm not a businessman. At that age, he had this kind of realization. He said, I'm not a businessman. I don't want to ask you for anything. But Narsingh said, I'm so pleased with your bhakti, so pleased with your determination. I still want to give you benedictions. Ask for something. And then Prahlad Maharaj asked that if you want to give me something, then you know this father of mine who was your enemy and he had done so many offenses, please forgive him. That's all I want. Please forgive him. And Narsingh at that time says that the family where such a big devotee, exalted devotee like yourself has taken birth, 21 generations of that family is already liberated. In 10 generations before you, this one generation, the present one, and 10 generations that are going to yet to come, they'll all be liberated. So Prabhupada writes over there. So anybody, even now, if he becomes a pure devotee of the Lord, so 21 generations are liberated. We don't even have to do any Shraddh ceremony to speak of, to liberate our ancestors from these ghostly bodies. But we have to come to the level of bhakti of Prahlad Maharaj. So if not the level of Prahlad Maharaj, even if somebody becomes a devotee, so if not 21, at least 3 generations get a chance to come to bhakti. Means one generation before us, like our parents, our generation, and if we are householder, then our kids. At least 3 generations get a chance to come to bhakti. If somebody just becomes a devotee of the Lord, Lord becomes so grateful to him, so grateful to that family where he is born. That's the relationship of the Lord with the devotees. But then Narsingh said, I'm still not satisfied by giving you. I want to give you more benedictions. So Narsingh told Prahlad Maharaj that you will rule over for one manvantar, one full time of one manu, means 71 Chaturyugas. And after you complete your lifetime, you will come back to me and you will never forget me, even while ruling over one full manvantar. Because Prahlad Maharaj's fear was that I'll forget you. If I get into this kingdom business, I'll forget you. But Narsingh said, you'll never forget me. Your bhakti will remain intact. And when you leave the body, you will come back to my abode. So, but Prahlad Maharaj, he was such a devotee of such a caliber. It's mentioned in Bhagavatam that when he was ruling and when he was about to leave, he prayed to the Lord that, oh my Lord, you please give the credit of all my pious activities to everybody in this world, and I take their sinful activities, you take everybody back, and I'll remain here and suffer for their sinful activities. This is the compassion of a devotee. He says, I don't care even if I stay here or go to hell, it doesn't matter. I just want to serve you, and I'm ready to take the sins of everybody. You take back everybody. You give them my pious credits. So it is said that Prahlad Maharaj, he lives at the same time, he lives in the abode of Narsingh and at the same time in Sutal Loka. So there he is trying to purify the residents of Sutal Loka. So then Narsingh went back, and there are many stories about how Narsingh went back. One place it is said there is a place in Mayapur, Navdeep, where he went and he washed his hands over there, and he stayed there for some time because he knew that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will come here to perform his pastimes. So Narsingh, even he wanted to go there and see that place. And there's a place in South India called Ahobilam. There's a place called Jayal Narsingha. So there are different places. It may be that in different kalpas he appears at different places to perform his pastimes. Ahobilam, it is said that the column is still there from which he appeared. That broken column is still there. And there's a place called, I think it is Jayal Narsingha, where the Lord is worshipped. He is in a forest, he is in a cave, and he is worshipped very nicely by devotees, by pujaris. And it is said that whatever you put in the mouth of Narsingh over there, only half comes out. So whatever they want to offer to the Lord, they put it in his mouth, and like if they want to offer him something to drink, so they put the whole jug in his mouth, and only the half pot of jug or pot filled with water or whatever it is, it comes out. So it's a story that once, because when the Britishers were here, so one British, he went there. He was, I don't know who he was, what was his name, but he was kind of very high position officer. He didn't believe. He said, "Oh, these are all mythological stories. I don't believe in that. Only half remains and half comes out. What is it? It's just a stone." So Pujari said, "Don't you disbelieve Lord Narsingh there. Better you pray here and go back." So this Britisher, he didn't quite believe it. So he put his hand in the mouth of Narsingh there. And only the half hand came out. Half hand went there in the mouth, it remained there. Then he believed, yes, it is true. So we better not mess with Lord Narsingh whenever we go to his temple. And as I said, there are many forms of Narsingh Ugra Narsingha, Shant Narsingha, and then Yoga Narsingha, different Narsingh different forms. There is a temple, I'm forgetting, it's in South India, of Narsingh. So whole year, they keep on putting Chandan and Kapoor on that Narsingh deity throughout the year, every day. And only once, I believe, it's not the Narsingh appearance, it's not today, I think it's Chandan Yatra time, when they remove that Chandan. Because that Narsingh is still in so much of anger. If they don't put Chandan and cool his body down, they fear that he can burn up the whole place. So only one day throughout the year, either it is Pandav Nirjala Ekadashi, I believe it is Pandav Nirjala Ekadashi day, when they remove that Chandan and then let everybody take darshan on Narsingh, and then they again start putting Chandan back. They remove that Chandan, they give it as a prasad, and then they put new Chandan. And throughout the year, they put Chandan every day. Chandan after sandalwood after sandalwood. So they just try to keep him cool and calm down. But Narsingh is very, very favorable to devotees. He is very much giving them protection all the time, protection of their bhakti. In fact, when we pray to Ganesh ji, that Ganesh ji is, he removes the obstacles. But in Brahm Samhita, it is mentioned that Ganesh ji is actually gets a power of removing the obstacles from Lord Narsingh Dev, because he prays to Lord Narsingh Dev. Narsingh Dev gives him the powers to remove the obstacles of all the people in the world, whoever prays to Ganesha. So that power comes from Narsingh Dev only. In our Mayapur temple, we have a wonderful deity of Lord Narsingh Dev, and he is. If we ever get a chance to read how he came to Mayapur, it's a wonderful story. I'll try to narrate it from whatever I remember. In our Mayapur temple, because that place, all around that area, there's so many Muslims. So, and there's so much of poverty, and they would attack our ISKCON temple all the time. So the devotees got fed up. Once there was such a big attack. In fact, one of our Maharajas, Bhakti Raghav Maharaj, he lost his leg in that attack. Somebody threw a bomb at him, and bomb fell down near his body, and he lost his leg, one of his legs. And it was real battle scene. It was, bullets were being fired, bombs were being thrown. It was inside the temple, ISKCON Mayapur. So then the devotees, they got so fed up with all these attacks. So somebody suggested, why don't you install Lord Narsingh Dev here, and Narsingh Dev will give you protection. So they said it's a good idea. So one of the devotees, he drew the picture of Narsingh Dev. This is the form we want. Ugra Narsingha. Ugra Narsingha is, and the Narsingh Dev deity in Mayapur, if you can see on the internet, he is in that ferocious form, means he is ready to come out of the pillar to attack Hiranyakashipu. He is in that form, that mood right there. So this devotee, he drew the picture, drew the painting by his hand, and then they went to South India to get the deities of Narsingh Dev made. So there was only one particular person who would make the deity of Narsingh Dev in South India. So they went to him. So this person said, no, I will not make the deity of Narsingh Dev for you, because, I mean, it's not proper. And then he said, when the devotees really persisted, he said, okay, I have to ask my guru. So that Murtikar, he went to his guru, and guru said, it is for ISKCON devotees, you make it right away, whatever they want. Okay, so he came back. Then he said, oh, the form that you want me to make, it's not made anywhere. Nobody can make it. But at the night, I think something happened in the dream. Narsingh Dev came and he said, make me in this form only for ISKCON Mayapur. I want to stay in this form. So he had no choice. He had to make. So he told the devotees, okay, I'll make. Devotees came back. So 6 months later, again they went. He said, I haven't started the work yet. Said, why? Because he was looking for that particular rock. There's a particular rock by which he can make the deity. He said, I haven't found it yet. So again, devotees prayed to the Lord, please appear soon. So then 6 months later, again they went. He had started the work. He said, okay, it will take some more time. So the devotees came back to Mayapur, and one day they got a call from this Murtiwala, and he called them. He said, you better come and take this Narsingh Dev away. They said, why? What happened? He said, Murtiwala said, this Narsingh Dev, he is so much ready to go that he has burnt my whole shed down. He is so much angry and he's so ready to go. So you better take him away right away. So devotees went and he brought Narsingh Dev to the temple and they worshipped him, and since then, no more attacks. And this Narsingh Dev is of course, he is in angry form, but he is very, very favorable to the devotees. And there's so many pastimes the pujaris have told of this Narsingh Dev. They have happened with the devotees. Like this Narsingh Dev, when he was carved originally, his eyes were red in color. And somehow later on, pujaris, somehow they changed the color of his eyes. So Narsingh Dev was being worshipped like that. And one day, some devotee came, and either his mother or somebody, she had gone blind. So he came to Narsingh Dev, "Oh Lord, please bring the eyes back of my mother." So Narsingh Dev appeared to him in his dream at night, and he said, "You first try to get my eyes back, and I'll get the eyes of your mother back." So this devotee came to the pujari in the morning. He said, "What is it? He's talking about get his eyes back. He already has his eyes." So pujari is then the whole team, whole devotee, the temple committee, they got together. Then what is this Narsingh Deva? Then somebody said original eyes were red in color. Now we have changed the color, so you better bring the red color back. So as soon as they painted his eyes red again, this devotee's mother's eyesight came back. So it's miracle. And another incident that happened, that Narsingh Dev, obviously the puja of Narsingh Dev is not simple, and they said only brahmacharis or sannyasis can worship him. Grihasthas cannot in that temple, in ISKCON Mayapur. So once some pujari, who was a regular pujari of Narsingh Dev, he had to go somewhere. So the temple authorities put another pujari as a substitute for time being. But this pujari, he told the temple, no, I'm not going to worship Narsingh Dev. He gets angry very fast and he might do something to me. I'm not going to worship him. So he went back to his room. So at night, Narsingh Dev came to his dreams. And he basically told him, "Do not worry, you come worship me, I'll not do anything to you. Don't worry. You just serve me nicely, I'll not do anything to you." And then next day, Pujari said, "Okay, I got this approval of Narsingh Dev, I can worship him." So he's very, very polite, very, very careful for his devotees. For the demons, he is just death personified. That's what he is. So for us, for devotees, or we are trying to be his devotees, so he is very merciful, very well protector. So we can go ask him for protection of our bhakti, ask him for protection of anything that is an or removal of the obstacles of bhakti, anything that is an obstacle, we can ask him to remove it, and he will mercifully do it. He'll do that. Even this Narsingh Dev prayers that Prabhupada gave to his disciples, he gave them basically when the disciples were getting attacked by different Gunda elements or by different people. They were getting attacked. The Sankirtan party was getting attacked. So Prabhupada gave them this Narsingh mantra, so which we chant every day. We do Narsingh prayers every day. So basically that is for our protection. And we should be happy that we are under the protection. In fact, the Sankirtan movement is under the protection of Lord Narsingh Dev. So we should be very happy, we should be very pleased that we are in such a moment, and where anytime any problem happens, we can beg for the protection from Lord Narsingh Dev, and he is guaranteed that he will give protection to his devotees. So today is wonderful day of Lord Narsingh Dev appearance day, and if you can, whoever can go to the temple in the evening, there will be abhishek in the evening, there will be feasting afterwards. So please take part of that and get benefited. Hare Krishna. Narsingh Dev Bhagwan ki jai. So any questions or comments?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mata.
You were discussing about the nine processes of devotional service. So can you name the nine devotional services? Like one is Shravanam, and
so starts with Shravanam, then it is Kirtan, chanting the holy names, then Smaran, remembering the Lord, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pad Sevanam means serving his lotus feet or serving as a menial servant. Archanam means doing archana. Archanam, then Vandanam, singing his glories. Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, serving him as a servant. Sakhyam, serving him as a friend. Atma Nivedanam means full surrender or serving us like the gopis did with full surrender.
You said
So
Shravanam and then Kirtan and then Smaran.
Smaran, yes.
And then Visham.
Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Sam, Pada Sevanam.
Sevanam.
I can send that shloka on the WhatsApp group, so you can read from there.
All right. Thank you so much.
You will. Any other question or comments?
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्णा माता।
प्रभु जी, अभी आपने बोला कि गृहस्थीज कैन नॉट वर्शिप नरसिंह देव, जो भी कहा।
No, only at ISKCON Mayapur.
अच्छा, okay. Okay.
There the rules are a little strict.
Okay. Otherwise, we all can, no?
Yeah. And in fact, we should not worship Ugra Narsingha, we can worship Shanta Narsingha.
Okay.
Yeah, in the Shant, peaceful form.
Okay.
After he was pacified by the prayers of Prahlad Maharaj, we can worship that form. Okay, so I guess we should stop here. You all have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, and try to chant Narsingh Dev prayers and get all the protection. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
पिंक वाला गायब